Afa. Afa can be used to do at the enukaka. Enukaka can be afa. Afa can be used to do at the enukaka. Enukaka can be afa. Afa can be used to enukaka can be afa. Afa can be used to do at the enukaka.
You people should come.
Try it. Tomorrow I'll beat it.
No, you cannot beat him.
Papa yo.
You be mine.
Hey.
You be first. Everybody is Bokor, you say it 3 times. Who is saying Ago?
Emily. Yeah, you're right.
Why the reason why you are saying Ago this time? Ago will play you. You go your offer.
Life is not dealing well with you. It's not dealing well with you. So you decide to take Afa.
So who tell you that Afa is here? They are calling
My father.
Father.
Yes.
Who is your father?
Bokor Christopher.
Auntie Maushi.
Don't call it.
Auntie
Auntie
Maushi.
Mausi.
You to see your own.
Auntie Sarah. If you take Afa, they have rules and regulations. Will you abide by the rules and regulations of Afa?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
The family got to how it.
If Afa said people shouldn't eat pig, will you? Pork.
Won't eat it.
Okay.
So clearly,
Roasted
Roasted corn and granite.
Afa has rules and regulations. Will you follow the rules and regulations of Afa?
Yes.
the family got to how it.
Wondering who will then say it is the work of all of us. But I have done my part. I bought all this. I brought everything. So I've done my part. At least they can go and catch it. Nukata can be Afa. Afa can be.
legba ajigbosu. Ago legba ajigbosu. Ago legba ajigbosu ba me no mi di me do angoso ngopla, mi kla, mi do ago. Nga kete. Okliko agbo o ku nga legba agbo o jere ko sa no legba agbo to awo ku kura ne ko. Agina ma kazo e do. What about do? What about the money? The video was oh, okay, Brami. I'm in a funnel. It's your blubbery. I mean, the guy, the government has said. La première Africa Banning Table, never meet a euro, I'm going to propose here. Say that when I get the city. Yes, we are ready for your feeding your ancestors with the cooked food.
Okay, Papa.
yɛrɛ bɛ ma ko to kamera.
Ago leba ago so come de aye am de. Leba di so ba na ni do am so. Opla ani pra do ago. O to ko ago bo ke na tele gba bo je ni to sa to le gba bo to ago ko la. Ani na ma ka so. Ago adi eso ira ni o so be lege. Oh, my father go to fat go matches or because to so let that part in your colleague meji e meji wole meji so meji only meji abla meji akla meji do damage sabe kama meji cheme so meji kwali chetira mayo kle wa bire ko kwa to ba do kwa me to ba de na de mapo ni de me pa me de ni me ko be ko ni sha pere na me ni kai ni ba ni so sha mi awo ni that corner ko ba da system ko ko ni mais il sapo il y a capo baba legba okoko ya sapo ina egbere ko ba sapo then ya tepe Patricia Perry do wo bu ajo te so me baba no le me fane ya you should do that e ba ko ja shi fa fine me fane Patricia Things will go out if things go on well and things start changing her life well, she will send $1,000.
Ya bajo
Ba yɛrɛ bɛ ma ko to kamera.
Ago leba ago so come de aye am de. Leba di so ba na ni do am so. Ẹ̀wọ̀n pla ani pra do ago. O to ko agbowo bu ke na tele gba agbowo je ni to sa to le gba agbowo ko la. Ani na ma ka so. Ago adi eso ira ni o so be lege. Oh, my father go to fat go matches or because to so let that part in your colleague meji e meji wole meji so meji only meji abla meji akla meji do damage sabe kama meji cheme so meji kwali chetira mayo kle wa bire ko kwa to ba do kwa me to ba de na de mapo ni de me pa me de ni me ko be do ko ni Patricia Perry na me ni kai ni la ni so sha mi awo ni that corner ko ba da system ko ko ni Mauga. Mauga so boli sa medoago. Mauga kiti kata medoago. Mauga ese medoago zinto. Eu chamo ham furacho, semi furacho, bete doago. Eu abraças. Abraças meus e adreco doago, eu tá direto ao no cua. Ou verso a cama eu medoago. Me yo me no so die, anyi zo kaka chika zo bajadre. Ela fa ba nyagba mi akpio me nyagba mi joro hono me yo ra felo. Wonya yingba ma jo flo fa kwa yingba ma do arika. Wonya ble ma te kutega. Pero yo akan gbe jo kan mo le wakan je wakan tro wakan mi wakan. If you wakan ma mi wata wakan ge wakan peri pa mi gba haja to lo. Ako bla ba me do je fi to ba so me do je me yo mi nu da. Papa to wa o ka ku a. Be mi ozango. Ya be ja chi papa lo. Me yo ka yo ra o jo pata jo ma ku afo ka ma bo le mo chi me bo fu do me gbe do ku atore ba ya mo mo ju to a ani kwa ni pe be ni le be me to ba jo tu so pe bu no te fere ka jo pata be la bi bo ba jo ni jo pata o fe fi jo pata metro be gbe da mo lo abi fa gbe ile die pata re no anyi abi mi ajo lo jo pata ya te me yo me si me bo di to be de ta ba pe ti so lu ajima ogboju kúrò lọ́jà ló fẹ́ ń kọ́ mi valentina famelo wà ló jọ́nà gbẹ̀fù àgọ́sàpàtẹ́ mi yọ ọ́ àti gèlè mi yọ ọ́ kúrò bòtú mi yọra kẹ́kẹ́kẹ́ àlàáfíà jáde náà ni èyí mi yọ amẹ́gà sẹ́sẹ́ gẹ̀jà pàpà sẹ́sẹ́ tọ́wọ́ gẹ̀jẹ̀ mẹ́dọ́ àgbò mi yọ brahimi mi yọ gbọ̀gbọ̀chí mi yọ ngbẹ mi yọ foli kọ́kọ́ mọ́ rẹ̀ kẹ́gọ̀ mi gbọdọ̀ ó ṣe kúmọ́ kọ́ mi àdá tọ́gbẹ́ yẹn ó pé kékeré eu tony kosi poku akubiero nya koso aboku foni ko kukeje tasi nya ko si fusi da koso abrako bra mama nye bojo imba to nya ko kofi to nya ko bia mensa mama nye dori e pe ngbe peku no ga ko ja ti baba kuto mene fana mi gbogbo me yo po nye celeste ya wa ko bia Katrina ko bia fonya sense ko jo fonya ya be na ko bia kuto mene fana mi me yo awu no tuji boko tuji me yo kini hasa ko nje bara su bara ko na me yo boko atafri so fa mo agbobi boko afacha wa joge me yo mi asro awon po atuche atukwe akubia ko jachi fafare na me yo sisi agbene eka tefe mensa jachi fafa tefe kena mi lo kudo me ne fa na mi gbogbo re ana gbogbo ne fa me yo boko atafri so fa mo agbobi boko afacha wa joge me yo hunu le ba po hunu le gbe abega to bi amaze to me fa na mi opete keke ana gbogbo ne fa na mlo me yo to bi ana ni tretu le jita to bi Abraham divenu le chame me yo to bi fi ato Simon Kabila benina si agotime ye be yo Daniel Evie Pamare le agbaro le Nigeria to me fa na mi gbogbo re me ana gbogbo ne fa na mlo yo kwa badala yibe kuma be nkwanye bright ko aku ebe ne lati egelesi le ka egelesi o ba da si eteme yo gbo poli ye ku fatru lo soda akla o be me ya safo me ya kapo o be ne ya ta pedo bright very bi gbedo ayin agbe edegbe o gamele isi o ake no be yiba pedo no duru re mo me ne kona ile ukata imana o ba je kesino toji ba doga ye o ba be ahape to pe da enya be boko atire kebe no pe no la nye Bokor Christopher Voncujovi enya la ya gbogbo la pe do age na bright we yo to gbe nyu be no se no ko enya iko ina bright ko jo akube to pe fi ke ko le re no ko pe ta egbe enya mi lo to we geje eta mele yo ame bright ko jo akube yo ama be yawa be yo ampe yawa ne ba ko jachi fafa ne no kuto me ne fa ne
Yo Suzy Ajua Semenuwa Adai.
ebe yo ama be Suzy Ajua Semenuwa Adai ne ba ko jachi fafa
Yo Alfred Yao Adri.
ebe yo Alfred Yao Adri ne ba ko jachi
Yo
fafa
Kwame Adri.
yo Kwame Adri ne ba ko jachi fafa
Yo Emmanuel Komla Adri.
yo Emmanuel Komla Adri o mi ba ko jachi fafa mi abi kojo akuwere mi ayoro
Florence Akua Aku.
ebe yo amabe Florence Akua Anku no ba ko jachi fafa
Yo Enobaji Amabe Abraham Komla Edu.
Abeyo amele ino kwaji abe Abraham komla edu.
Eyo Agnes ya Ofebia.
Abeyo amabe Agnes ya Ofebia.
Eyo Efo Buafo.
Abeyo amabe Efo Buafo.
Eyo Jonathan Komla Edu.
Abeyo amabe Jonathan komla edu.
Eyo
amabe Francis Kojo Abuadi.
Eyo Adwa Titibia.
Abeyo amabe Peace Adwa Titibia.
Eyo Emmanuel Komla Abuadi.
Abeyo amabe Emmanuel komla Abuadi. Be wenye mi yo mi bride Kujo Kojo Akule be mi ba ko ja ti fafa ile nenu mi anu ekuto me ne fana ni gbogbogbore na gbogbore ne fana yi gbagble yi be isro ivio be isro lo godo me yo na onu gbo henu a ja ti la me do me le fi egbore mi ko mi atola jogero liha le matoba ha toba ha e no ayo ba hare liha yenye le ikobena milo ya komena tenu no wa ma de mbele no na la de apima liha yenye yelo me no nu bonu menu are ko na ko la go bro mi abi kojo aku bright kojo aku le abe ibe de ha atimu ha tonto nyele ya ble ma to ba ha pe nyele emi la atimu mele nya drore emi noa emi le nu gare se re wore e ko mi noa e don ku mi aji ya be de ha tutu nyele mi ako ede haje yabe koju apule mi analo oyo no nu gbonu menu are e ko mi atola jo o ma temi oro o mi no ajo gere mi akpo ni pe yabe nku ni obo ajo ni pe yo yabe pito yo pe ti o ba aha yabe ta fi le mi jo kaka ba jo jo pe ya bi bright ojo akube ibe epito Africa beer la yero ya me yo no apito bi manolo Yo, plutôt mais yo non nous bon nous menu a mi ho mi atola joge si a ojo mi ho mi atola joge yi metenu mi olo ya be solo sukutu rukutu kableha
YouTube.
to ni no Quand me beaucoup pour crédit ya be kable ha solom brukutu mi ami yo le mi agba be chukuture enyelo me wa no ba no me yo no nu gbo nu nyo re mi ho mi atola jo ke si akodo i me tenu mi o se Control.
Tem.
Soda. Ipe a. Ya be soda bi enye re so krolo. Akpeteshi. Enye re.
Kapitire wasi.
Kapitire wasi.
Osunyaka.
I walk alone. That man no chop. Mushai. Toto enye re lo kojo bi meteni oro. Mi aba hanu no toto enye sia. Ya ho. If you happen to me, you die, but I know for a candidate, I'm a borrow, you have for any loan. Toji ha. Echo toji re. Kojo be mete mi oro. Be be toji ha ni. Mi adi dagbecho epo ipepe didipe. Dagbelo cho apuji. Na cho to ganga oji, na cho abuganji, cho apuji, abuganga oji. Na no ba je. E wo do ni apota ne. Jibile ni apota ne. Godo mi aba e toji ha iro. Ba for be enye lo no gbe mama edu pe menu agri pe menu pete aba bobore enu le a hairo nya no nya ba du le tu ji be tira
Isn't Solowazi. I'm saying that may the earth open and give me clothing to wear.
I do. Okay.
Go to Adrian leader. Bring the chicken. Aganyolo. Wash the legs.
Oh, minha fiação.
Top. Meu malga sou com esse malga que fica malga se me do agu. O meu leva a de bolso. Dá mas não me do agu sou. É no pra, é mi pra, me do agu. O clinco. Agbo bo buke akele gbagbo we dire me ko san to le gbagbo to abo ku klare ko. Anya na makazo. E wu de poto de. Agbo ati. Esu ila ilu. Esu melegelege. Me yo me do agu. Me your father go to fat go back, so because the so let me that papi. Me your colleague meji eku meji woli meji di meji so meji woli meji abla meji chekula me yo. Clever bi ko po to ba do wo to ba de nyande ma po ine di. Atefele gba di bosu na se. Me me kwa me de nyeme nko be be nko nye Vincent Solowasi. E ba ta siteme. Ebe na ila ti egele si le ka egele si ne cholon lo awo ne iwo mi na contact ni se no iwo me ta contact ni be problem ni ta contact no ba ta si teme no po ni ye ku fa tru be me nya sapo me nya kapo obo wo le gba e ya san o wo no church no ko be na wo le gba le ku fa this is the me if we go inu ape edegbo o ga me le so ake je katoli ba de Vincent Solowasi the one who had the very manufacturer. And you go to over that Chibata is here. Menefa Vincent.
Phone Bola le boy.
Tony.
Okay.
That Vincent Solowasi, never even June when you look. The colors here. This is the piece. Efolokulo, efolodo, enya, ahe, eko dollar meja, esima genu na Vincent Solowasi, bodona leba adibosu pe kosa. Efolodo, enya. Ahe, eko dollar meja si magenu a super hope kamasa wa ma kwata nya opete de woli la fona Vincent Solowasi konyana leba eko kulo enya ahe eko dollar meja si magenu wa hope de woli na evinyo la pele gbede klokudo enya na vinyo la pele gbe lonye la pete ame po kla le ko do me klokudo na de woli la fana mi apete odo na yo leba asebe koklo chu ile de Vincent Solowasi covenant ebe na ko na akosa ko na akosa ni dale ku fa tuko ni ebe fure agbeneto fure yun alamese neto fure yun agbeneto fure yun ngbogbe yi neto fure yun ibe yakpo agbe godo elegbra Vincent no me ku edo nya heko do la meja si maje no be ale asupo ahobi kamasa o makota ne be ale ide sore de o le gba ti mo so loche me de ku edo nya heko do la meja si maje no asupo ahobi kamasa e ale Vincent Solowasi atore wo le ba me ku edo enya aheko do la meja si maje no be ale Vincent Solowasi atore wo le ba ati mo su godo la te bu ne pa ti ke do le gba me do ni ko Bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀kúrẹ́ nípa ọ̀gá ẹ̀gùn nípa kẹtọ́rẹ́ lẹ́gbà mẹ́dù ẹ̀nùkú kò.
Uyaya lẹ́bà dùnà.
Lẹ́gbà mẹ́dù ẹ̀nùkú kò.
Uyaya lẹ́bà dùnà.
Lẹ́gbà mẹ́dù ẹ̀nùkú kò.
Uyaya lẹ́bà dùnà. Uyaya lẹ́bà dùnà.
Lẹ́gbà dùnà. Lebaduna.
Uyaya lebaduna.
Lebamedua nukupo.
Uyaya lebaduna.
Lebamedua nukupo.
Uyaya lebaduna.
Lebaduna.
Uyaya lebaduna.
Lebamedua nukupo.
Uyaya lebaduna.
Lebamedua nukupo.
Uyaya lebaduna.
Lebaduna.
Uyaya lebaduna.
Lebaduna.
Uyaya lebaduna.
Lebamedua nukupo.
Uyaya lebaduna.
Lebamedua nukupo.
Uyaya lebaduna. Uyaya lebaduna. Uyaya lebaduna. Uyaya lebaduna.
Isn't Slowazi. I'm saying that may the earth open and give me clothing to wear.
Okay.
Bring the chicken. Aganyolo. Wash the legs.
Oh, minha fiasco.
Meyo mauga sokoli sa mauga kitikata mauga se edoago. O meyo le ba akibos. Ba me no mi medo amoso e no pla, e mi pla edoago. O klinko. Agbo buke akele ba gbo jire me konsanto le ba gbo tu abo mu kware ko. Anyana makazo. Ewu de poto de. Agbo ati esu ila ilu. Ezumelegege meyo edoago. Me your father go to fat boba just because pepper talk so let me that papi. Me your colleague be meji eku meji woli meji ji meji so meji woli meji abla meji abla meji kula meji sabe kula. Me check kula me yo. Le ba bi ko po to ba do po to ba de nyande ma po ide. Atefele gba jibo su na se. We me kwa me de nyime nku be be nko nye Vincent Solowasi. E ba da si teme. Ebe na ila ti egele si le ka egele si ne cholon lo awo ne iwo mi na konta ni se mi iwo me ta konta ile bi progress me ta konta no ba da system no po ni ye ku fa tru be me ya sapo me ya kapo obo wo le gba e ya san obo no church no ko be na wo le pa le ku fa this is the me if you go inu agbe edegbo lo ga me le so akeje katoli ba gbe Vincent Solowasi the one who are doing everything manufacturing. And you go to over that you better is here. Don't Vincent.
A phone you bought a report.
Tony,
I will go to your quicker.
Okay. But Vincent Solowasi never even June when you look. This is the piece. Efolodo, enya, ahe, eko dollar meja, sima genu na Vincent Solowasi, bodona leba ati dosu pe bosa aficha. Efolodo, enya, ahe, eko dollar meja, sima genu a super hope kamasawa, woma konta ne opete de woli la fona Vincent Solowasi, bodona leba Ekolodo, enya, ahe, eku, dola meja sima de nu asu ahobi. De wole na evinyo la pele gbede ekolokudo enya na bi. se adresse pour toi, vous avez adresse toi, vous so atong, vous so ton, vous so la caméra, vous doit. Et on vient nos audiers, à qui nous sommes cacachikas, pour y adresse. Et à la fois, il y a la paix, il y a le jour, quand on y aura when you ain't bama jo flow of prime dama do adika, we na blame mate. Etega. Dachina ni kekekeke. Oh, me yo akai be chu kai ngoli makai je vo makai pusko kai tro makai me yo kai du fio makai me yo ataba ka de makai. Pe pa bi me ba haja to la ko ba me do je fio to ba tro to jo. Me yo mi nu da oro, me yo mi ho ba, me yo mi be wa, me yo mi kakua pe me yo zango. E pe bi yo ra to o jo pata jo maku. Fọkẹ́ mẹ́ vọlé mọ́jẹ́ tí mẹ́ vọlé fún dóun mẹ́gbẹ̀rẹ́ kókó kó àtọ́ lẹ̀ fọ́fọ́ mẹ́ dọ̀gbọ̀nyẹ́ òwe bẹ́ẹ̀ dọ̀gbọ̀nyẹ́ mẹ́ tó ayé àbọ̀ mọ́jẹ́ òtó anukọ́ ni pé bẹ̀ yín ó lè fẹ́ mẹ́gbẹ̀tọ́ ọba jọ túnṣọ pẹ́lú ọmọ náà tẹ̀fẹ́ rẹ̀ ká jọ pàtà bẹ́ẹ̀ lè láti ẹ̀jọ̀ fún ọba jọ yẹn jọ pàtà ọmọ ẹ̀fìyà jọ pàtà mẹ́tọ́rọ́ náà mẹ́gbẹ́ dá àmọ́ ló àfìfàgbẹ́ ẹ̀rí yé dìnnà pàtà náà anyi àfìyà àjọ ló jọ pàtà ẹ̀ tọ́gbẹ́dẹ̀ntẹ̀ àbàpẹ́ sùgbọ́lù àjìmà ògbójúkúrò dọ́jà ló fẹ́ ń kọ́ mẹ́. Bàálẹ̀ ń kíkà fáwọn mẹ́lò bàálẹ̀ jọ náà gbẹ́fù àgbo sápàtẹ́ mẹ́yọ kíkẹ́rì mẹ́yọ gbọ́dọ̀ tí mẹ́yọ rẹ̀ kẹ́kẹ́ àlàáfíà jàchí náà mi. Èyí mẹ́yọ àmàgà sẹ́sẹ́ gẹ̀jà pàpà sẹ́sẹ́ ẹ̀kẹ́ sẹ́sẹ́ tọ́wé gẹ̀jẹ̀ àjọ àgbo. Mẹ́yọ brahini mẹ́yọ pọ̀pọ̀chí mẹ́yọ ngbẹ̀ foli kọ́kọ́ fọ́ọ̀rẹ̀ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ biligodo fún ìṣẹ́kù má kọ́ mẹ́nàgà tọ́gbẹ́ yẹn mẹ́lẹ̀ mìíràn yọ. Ẹkú tó mẹ́ni fẹ́ẹ́ ní gbogbo rẹ̀ mẹ́yọ tọ́ni kọ́ sí pọ́kú àkùbíyẹn náà yàn kọ́sọ́ àbọ̀kú fọ́ọ̀nì kọ́ gẹ̀jẹ̀ kasi ni amusi fusi dam koso abra ko bra mama nye gbadwe mba to banya ko kofi to banya ku bia mensa mama nye doro ye ku mbe peku no me yo mi apete to me ne fana mi o yo ko yin Celestine ya wa ku bia Katrina ku bia fonya sense ko do fonya ya be na ku bia ku to me ne fana mi sia e me yo na ke yo awu na tuji boko tuji to bo tuji me yo kini asese ko nti ya para su para bonana ya china ke ebe yo bako adafi so fa hun agbobi bako afa wori me na gbogbo na fa damlo ebe yo bako afa huno hunu le gato yo huno le gbe afega to be ma se kuto me na fa na ebe yo to be anani tretu le tita to be Abraham jivenu le chame to bako yo mi apete betelo ebe yo to be fi ato Simon Kabila benyina si agbotime kuto me na fa na ni gbogbo re yo Daniel evie pamarele agbaro le Nigeria la keke kuto me ne fa na mi lo o nyatepe mi ase me bo amadele ni me kume you call the name what not all the name that's the person Kaj Shikalandan bata siteme yo po yekude woli arebe egbe mi la pedo ye mi le mele here kujo mele here dojo mele here nyajo ko ragbe e fi ragbe asiragbe jimi le tero ni se yo yo ito gbe ama be ko si sena mi abi sena Voncujovi be yo ito gbe ama be ko si peku akubia yo mama Mary akoso aboku iyo ma be Jimbo Kaichiro Jimbo Shigeko mi abi seto be yo mama Mary akoso aboku iyo mama itobe Albert kosi poku akubia be yo mama tukue awusi ko jatu yo itogbe boko shito atama ko didachi ka fade mi ano kuto be ne fana mi gbogbo re ana go tun ne fana igbe play no bi yo no lo ya bi ama be John Obla komla be yo ama be Lawrence Kofi amoto Obla be yo to gaye Gerhard Trevi Ovoa be yo ama be Gerhard amoto Obla e ko gayo Trevi Ovoa be yo to gaye Zoline be yo itoga amabe Zoline be yo Victor be yo itoga Victor be yo mama nye Tovi Ankusikal yo mama Tovi Ankusikal be yo togbe ye no paji Joseph Kosi Tonde yo no paji itogbe Joseph Kosi Tonde be yo mama nye Yovoga Kanyo be yo mama Comfort Kanyo Yovoga le kuto be ne fana mi lo na be ko ne fana isia na be lo Me abi mauli akubia Voncujovi. Ebe yo amabe togbo ne kosipoku. Yo itogbo amabe kosipoku akubia. Ebe mama nye Mary akoso abo. Yo mama Mary akoso abo. Na yo togbo nye to no kwaji. Geoffrey Daji. Ebe mama nye so igbe aku Justine Bonodi. Yo mama so igbe aku Justine Bonodi. Bako jaji baba kuto bene fana mi kuku na gbogbo nu fana ilo. Yabi Lamin Mohamed Yakite be ebe yo amabe yaya mo Yakite ako jaji. Yo amabe Abu Zainabu. Yo Sani Malam Adamu. Yo amabe Aisha Hindo. Yo amabe Lauli Kalla. Yo amabe Abubakar Shekau. Oya wako jaji. Kuto mene fana mi ana agbogbo ne fana igbagle isiyo interview beteni yo no. So Kaj Chikalandan ebe iyo ame abe
great grandmother. This one maternal side.
say be you amale Tokpaji great grandmother Chibun never ko jaji.
Great grandmother Kit and Pom.
Ebe your great grandmother Kit and Pom.
Grandfather Chikalandan Mugun Mukon.
Ebe your grandfather Chikalandan Mugun Mukon.
Great grandfather Mabala Su.
Ebe your great grandfather Mabala Su.
Grandfather Kitilo.
Ebe your grandfather Kitilo.
Grandfather Kanjom.
Ebe your Tokbe grandfather Kanjom.
Grandmother
Your grandmother
Kafushi Rose.
Ebe your Kafushi Rose never ko jaji papa.
Tol Alphonsine.
Ebe your auntie Sawase Itol Alphonsine.
Grandmother Itum.
Ebe your grandmother Mabe Itumbu.
Great grandmother Sampas.
Ebe your Mabe great grandmother Sampas.
Great grandmother Namuswat Nampas.
Ebe your grandmother Namuswat Nampak never ko jaji papa.
Great grandfather Kaim Non.
Ebe your great grandfather Tokbe Ebe Kayin Nom never ko jaji papa.
Grandmother Chikang.
Your mama grandmother Chikang never ko jaji.
Grandmother Maseng Kabum.
Ebe your grandmother Maseng Kabung.
Grandfather Mwatfu Andre.
Ebe your grandfather Mwafun Andrea.
Grandfather Mwandum Mafi Kasmu.
Ebe your grandfather Mwandum Kapis Mastu.
Grandfather Mwamwam
Your what's the name for me?
Mwamwambu.
Ebe your grandfather Mwambambu.
Grandfather Muye.
Ebe your grandfather Muye.
Grandfather Mukang.
Grandfather Mukanzu.
Grandfather Sang.
Your grandfather Sankungung.
Uncle Chikalandan Mkun's Roofing. Uncle Chikalandan Mkun's Roofing.
Your uncle Sikalangang Mkun's Roofing.
The last one, great grandfather Kabu.
Your great grandfather Kabu. That's the paternal.
Maternal side.
You know, and Nokpaji maternal side.
Kanji.
Your great grandfather maternal side. Mwafu Kanji. Never ko jaji.
Great grandmother Mumba Mwaji.
Your great grandmother Mungwa Tuaji. Never ko jaji.
Great grandfather Noel Kajama.
Your great grandfather Noel Kajama.
Great grandmother Helen Mazeng.
Your great grandmother Helen Mazeng. Never ko jaji.
Grandfather Nestor Boom.
Your grandfather Nestor Boom.
Grandfather Albert Kasua.
Your grandfather Albert Kasualo. Never ko jaji papa.
Grandmother Mary Kalwaj.
Your grandmother Mary Kalwaji.
Grandfather Roger Lubam.
Your grandfather Roger Lubam.
Grandfather Patrice Musam Shihamba.
Patrice Musam
Shihamba. Grandmother Cayenne.
Grandmother Kayenze.
Grandfather Valentin Funga Kashid.
Your grandfather Valentin Funga Kashid. May you all sleep well in death, and may you bring peace and happiness into his own life. Bring your chair this way. His name is more important now. The grandmother is okay, so we need to call it we catch Shikalandan very
Yeah, Mrs. B.
Yo, si adresse pour toi, tu adresse toi, mais so atong we so ton we so ka me yo do ago e yo me no zo die anyi do so kaka chika si ko yadre ya la fa me nya gbe la ti akiri nya gbe jo ko nyi me yo ra kekere we nya yin ba ma jo flo lo ko pa yin ga me do adika o nya ble me ma te ku eteka ta china ni kekere o me yo akai be chu kai ngoni ma kai je bo ma kai so ma kai tro ma kai ma yo kai du fio ma kai ma mi wa ta ba ka de wa kai pe pa bi me ba ha ja to la ko pra ma do je fi to ba tro me te jo me yo mi nu da o me yo mi fo pa me yo mi be wa me yo mi ka ku o pe me o zango e pe bi yo ra ke o jo pata jo ma ku fo ke me vole mo je chi me vole fu do me gbe ku 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 ato le fo fo me jo bo yo he be jo bo nyo to ya bo mo ji o to anu kwani pe be yin o le pe me to ba jo tu so pe lu o mo na te fe ka jo pata be ye a fi e jo bo ba ni chokpata o mefia chokpata patrona me gbenda molo afifa gbe eriye dina chokpata no anyi afimia ajolo chokpata togbe dente abakpe ruti subolu ajima ogboju kuro do jalo fun come bale nkiba famelo balo jona gbefu ago sapate meyo igeri meyo goro wotu meyo reken keke alafia jachina mi yama yo amagasa segeja bakpa sese sese tobe geje aduago meyo brahini meyo popochi meyo ngbe foli koko mo de kego bili godo fu che kuma kwa mlanga tobe nyomele mi ayo ekuto bene fana mi gbogbo de meyo tani kosipoku akube no nya koso agoku foli ko geje kasi ni amusi fusi dam koso abra ko bra mama nya gbadwe mba tobe nya agoku kofi tobe nya kubia mensa mama nya doro ye kuwe ngbe pekuno meyo mi apete pete to bene fana mi meyo ko yin celestine ya wakubia katrina kubia fo nya sense ko do fo nya obe na kubia kuto bene fana mi sia meyo yo akike yo awuno tuji boko tuji tobe tuji meyo kinikini asese ko nti ya para super bonana ya china keke meyo boko adafi so sofa hun agbovi boko afa wori me na ko do na fara mlo meyo boko huno hunu le baton yo huno hunu le gbe abega to be amaze kuto me na fara meyo to be anani tretu le tita to be abraham jivenu le chame to boko meyo mi apete betelo meyo to be fiato simon kabila benyina si akotime kuto me na fara ni gbogbo re meyo daniel evie pamarele agbaro le nigeria la keke kuto me na fara mi lo o nyatepe mi ase meme bo amadele ni me kume you call the name what not all the name that's a person Haj Shikalandan bata siteme yo po yekude woli arebe egbemi la pedo ye hemi le mele here kujo mele here dojo mele here nyajo akwira gbe efira gbe asira gbe dimi le tero nyete yo gbé àmà abẹ́kọ̀sí sẹ́nà mi ẹbí sẹ́nà Voncujovi bẹ́ẹ̀ yọ ìtọ́ gbé àmà abẹ́kọ̀sí pẹ́kú àkùbíà yọ ìmàmá Mary àkọ́sọ́ àbọ̀kú yọ àmà abẹ́ Jimbo Kaichiro Jimbo Shigeko mi ẹbí sẹ́tọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yọ ìmàmá Mary àkọ́sọ́ àbọ̀kú. Iyo mama itogbe Albert kosi poku akubia. Be iyo mama tukue awusi ko jatu. Iyo itogbe Bokor shito atama ko jati baba de mi ano. Kuto be ne fana mi gogo re. Ana gogo ne fana igbadule ino bi yo no lo. Ya bi ama be John Obla komla. Be iyo ama be Lawrence Kofi Amoto Obla. Be yo Toganye Gerhardt Trevio voix. Be yo ma be Gerhardt Amoto Obla eko ka yo Trevio voix. Be yo Toganye Zoline. Be yo Toga ama be Zoline. Be yo Victor. Be yo Toga Victor. Be yo mama nye Tovi Ankusikal. Yo mama Tovi Ankusikal. Be yo Togbe no paji Joseph Kosi Tonde. Yo no paji Togbe Joseph Kosi Tonde. Be yo mama nye Yovoga Kanyo. Be yo mama Comfort Kanyo Yovoga. Le couteau be ne fana mi lo. Na be ko ne fana isia. Na be na do. Mi abi mauli akubia Voncujovi ebe yo ama be Togbe ne Kosi Poku. Yo Togbe ama be Kosi Poku akubia. Ebe mama nye Mary akoso abo. Yo mama Mary akoso abo. Togbe nye to no baji. Geoffrey baji ebe mama nye so igbe aku Justine Bonodi. Yo mama so igbe aku Justine Bonodi. Bako jaji fafa kuto be ne fana mi gugu re. Na gbogbo nu ne fana ilo. Yabi Lamine Mohamed Yakite be ebe yo ama be Yaya Mo Yakite ko jachi yo ama be Abu Zainabu yo Sani Malam Adamu yo ama be Aisha Hindo yo ama be Lauli Kalla yo ama be Abubakar Shekau we ya ko jachi kuto mene fana mi ana agbogbo ne fana igbagle yo interview beteni yo no so Kaj Chikalandan ebe iyo ame abe
Great grandmother, this one.
say be you amale itokpaji great grandmother Chibun never ko jachi
Great grandmother Kit and Pom.
ebe your great grandmother Kit and Pom.
Grandfather Chikalandan Mugun Mukong.
Ebe your grandfather Chikalandan Mugun Mukong.
Great grandfather Maba.
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, wherever you are at this very precious moment. Thank you all very much for waiting, and thank you for coming to today's live streaming African Magic Temple Revolution Vodu Education live question and answer section. Thank you, and thank you, everybody. I'm going to pray, and then we can now go on to answer your questions, read your comments, and all other things. Thank you all very much. Oh, Ago Mauga. Oh, my dog was the top. Mayo Mauga so good, sir. Mayo Mauga Kitty Kaba. Mayo Mauga Esse.
Ese joto, ame joto. Se na anu ame, se te na anu ame. Ome no fevi, doku no fevi. Ome no fevi me bien anu, doku no fevi o be na olo. Doku no fevi me bien anu, ome no fevi o be o. Ese nyama yo me do ago. Me yo she me ham for a show, be se me for a show, me te me do ago. Me yo abraxas. Abraças meus e adre com dogo eu tá direito ao vivo kuna o verso tom kama yo do ko e me yo me no zo je ani zo kakachi kazi boja andre me ala fa banya bo na pe me na bo jo ko me yo ra kelo wonya imba ma jo fio fo kwa imba me do nika wonya bi me ma te kulu eteku etega o me yo akai me cho akai me yo akai je wa akai musu akai trovo akai me yo akai fio akai me yo ataba akai ga akai pẹ̀lú ìpàdé mẹ́gbà àjà ń dóòlù àkọ́pọ̀ bàbá mẹ́tọ́jú fìtò bá sọ mẹ́tọ́jú ọjọ́ ìwé yọ̀ọ́ nínú ọkọ̀ bá òwú àwòkápò òpó mi ò zango ẹ̀ń bìbì rẹ̀ kékeré yọ̀ ọ̀dà kékeré wò jọ àjọ màkú fọkẹ́ mẹ́bọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ mọ́jú tìmọ̀ fọ̀rẹ́ fún tòun ìgbèrè kókóró kó àtọ́ ìfọ̀fọ́ mẹ́jọ̀gbọ̀n ní òhèrè mẹ́jọ̀gbọ̀n ní mẹ́tọ́ ẹ̀yà mọ́jú òtọ́ anukwarẹ́ pẹ́ bẹ̀ yínyìn lẹ́ pẹ́ mẹ́tọ́ ọbàjọ́ tó sọ pé lu ọmọ náà tẹ́pẹ́ kájọ pàtà bẹ́yẹ láàfin jò fún ọbàjọ́ yẹn jọ pàtà ọpẹ́ fìyà jọ pàtà mẹ́tọ́ náà mẹ́gbẹ́ dá mọ́rọ́ àbí fagbẹ́ ẹ̀rí èdè jọ pàtà nẹ́nà àfihàn àjọ jọ pàtà ní àtàfẹ́ mẹ́yọ àmẹ́sẹ̀mẹ́ gbọ́ ọ̀jìrí tó tọ́gbé lè dàgbà pẹ̀lú tí zùgbólú àjìmá ògbójú kúrò lọ́dọ̀ ọ̀pẹ́ nǹkan mẹ́bàlẹ́ tí fáfá mẹ́yọ vàlójó nàpẹ́fù àgò sápátẹ́ mẹ́yọ àti gẹ̀rí mẹ́yọ góròmọdún mẹ́yọ kẹ́kẹ́kẹ́ àlàáfíà mẹ́yọ àmàgá sísẹ́ gẹ̀jẹ̀ pàpà sísẹ́ gẹ̀gẹ̀ sísẹ́ táwọn gẹ̀jẹ̀ mẹ́dọ́ àgò mẹ́yọ brahini mẹ́yọ gbọ̀gbọ̀chí mẹ́yọ gbẹ̀ mẹ́yọ foli bọ̀ foli kọ́kọ́ ọmọ rẹ̀ kẹ́ gòmìnì gòdò kúlù chẹ́kú má kọ̀ mẹ́lá tọ́gbẹ̀nyọ mẹ́lẹ̀mí ayọ ekuto mene fana mi gbogbo re yana gbogbo ne fana me otonye kosipoku akubia me yo nonye mary akoso agoku fonye koku geje tasinye amosi fusi jam koso abrako bra mama nye bojo mba tobo na agoku kofi tobo na akubia mensa kuto mene fana mi lo me yo penye celestine ya wakubia catherine akubia fonye second fonye ya obe na akubia kuto mene fana mi me yo ni strong home bo chicha chufe akubia sisi la pene catherine mensa kuto mene fana mi ebe yo awuno tuji boko tuji tawo tuji me yo kini hasa point ya baraso baragona na me yo boko adafri so fa mo agbo boko afacha ajobe to me fana me yo no le va po no egbe ya bega to gbe ma ze ku to me fana me yo to gbe na ni tu le jita to gbe abraham jibe no le chama to gbe fiato simon kabila benyo na si ku to me fana mi lo me yo ama be daniel evie ko marele agbaro le Nigeria kutomo ne fana mayo amanga koku anatovi bako anga ima kutomo ne fana mayo happy akoso abaji kutomo ne fana mi gongo dagbe umbuke mayo abochi sakra kama chava be abugo kotokoli do ko kuma o agbanu na agbanu to yo ale achu ofran tama ne ko linku an sinkra o ko fito jambaku o cho to akofi o cho he kofi atra kable mele mi apete yo dagbe ya to be ho gba to gba bodo to ra ho egbunu e sa pasa bi kulunyo hoto koshinyo hoto kere ku mayomi dagbe jimi ala masese kula be jimi na yoro na tepe ame yo bete le do yo pe le koji le hospital le kama la fisi afile tagbe mama mayomi le kapo me announce plan la masese na do yo wa wona le koji le vame le nya tepe me ne vame le nya nyueme la masese kula be jimi bia na opete ke fisi afito na tepe ayomi mbebera eme ku ele ko le tagbo mi akwena mi akakai ko ya fisi afile ke baba ele bebere namde mi adasime dagbe jime yomi do la masese jime yomi agbe jime yomi do ngogbe yi jime yomi do asimedi eme ya fana go na fagbo manjizo ko pepe to zo le me dakpa giri me yo poli gbe meji ku meji wo meji so meji only meji abla meji akla meji buda meji sama meji kama meji truko meji tula meji lete meji cheme meji che tula me yo klebo bi me ko to ba do ba me to ba de nyade ma po meji dagbe mi awelo ngogo me mi ayo nyime no ngogo na me kada amuta me yo bisia dagbe okay, so this was what we have done so many months back. Why do you people play this thing? This is what I kept saying. That why do you keep repeating the same thing over and over? Meanwhile, we have a whole 1 week to select from all the other things. Why keep playing the same thing? Oh, what I'm saying doesn't make sense. I'm saying it always, but when we come, I see that people just play the same old thing.
The daycares that we have is so many. We are having content every day, almost every day. Why don't you select anything from them than what we have done about a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months ago? You keep playing that one as if we don't have any new thing. Okay, we have on Facebook, African Magic Temple, Revolution Vodu. We have Johannes Mikael from Namibia saying, hello, Papa. Hello, Johannes. How are you, Mikael? Hope you are fine. Thank you very much. So we have somebody up there who's Cypher. The one that somebody is saying hello there, or it's not today. Siafa La Yunu, La Nyumu. What is it on your this thing? No, I want the name. You can't get it on CFA. You cannot get it on your this in there.
This is also how we are seeing it.
It's not appearing on your computer.
So what we are seeing is what we are projecting for you, so that we can manage the live on one screen, and then we will show the questions on one screen.
I'm just looking for the name. That's why I want to call the person's name Siafa. Siafa is saying hello. Okay, thank you, Siafa. And then Siafa, is anyone there? Is he? So is anyone available? I want to discuss Veve or Spurs. Okay, I'm very sorry. You can ask questions, but we don't know how to. We are not having live chat or anything on our program, so you can ask the question. Yeah, thank you. And they said I want to discuss Veve or sigils. Okay, Siafa Layonu saying that the Veve in Ewe Vodu, Veve is a very limited usage of Veve, especially the Veve, the way people look at Veve, or the Veve in Haitian Voodoo, where people do a lot of drawings and metal work with some designs. The Eves don't do that. If you see an Ewe doing those drawings, then he probably learned outside our immediate distance, because in Ewe Voodoo, the Veve is just corn flour mixed with palm oil, which is used to give to spirits as a food. But in Haitian Voodoo, Veve is a whole lot of designs and sigils and seals of spirits. We don't have that in Ewe Voodoo, as to my knowledge. Some few people do, but then they probably get it from somewhere. It is not coming from our direct Ewe Voodoo. So for us, Veve is not the drawings that you see in Haitian Voodoo. Veve is made out of corn flour and given to spirits. Then we have Togbe Jigbezan Sesoka saying greetings and good day, Papa Bokor Anuledo. Woli Wofu, America Mendena Nudo, Togbe Anuledo. How are you? Thank you very much. And Shamba has already arrived in the US, and I think he's going to call you if he has not called you yet. Thank you. And then we have Charles Michel say, I love you, Baba. A blessing to you and your family. May today we gain spiritual insight and knowledge for the better of self and humanity. Ashe, 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 Ashe. Thank you very much, Charles Michel. We are very grateful. Yes, may we all get knowledge and wisdom for ourselves and for humanity as a whole. Thank you very much, and I hope you are fine. Thank you, Michelle. I'm grateful that you joined. Is that the last one? Okay, that's the last one on YouTube. Okay. Then we have Frank saying, hello, Togby. Hello, Frank. Who is this, Frank? Thank you very much, Frank. I'm grateful that you joined. I think we don't have too many people today. Is it because you people didn't start the videos early? And this thing is not very clear today at all. From the look of the camera and all this, it looks very far away. Can't you see that it's very far?
Let's reload the page because
We have a Ifalomo Odu Lola sending us a rose flower. Thank you very much, Ifalola. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. I'm very grateful. Play some videos. You see this last minute that you will be taking video, because you haven't looked at the video, so you will not know what it looks like. Whether some part of it may not be acceptable to Facebook or to YouTube or this thing, you don't know. That's why these things usually we're supposed to do them down. But once we did one, it becomes the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And then we have somebody with the name Most High. Say, Dad, good afternoon. Please, this is Marcelos. Oh, hello, Marcelos. How are you? Thank you. Thank you very much for joining the section. How is Diana? I hope she and the children are fine. Thank you very much. We have on Facebook, Revolution Vodu Education. We have Lustig. Lustig, a good afternoon, Papa. I just joined. Yes, we are just starting actually. Thank you very much, Lustig, for joining. And then Lucy, I hope everyone is doing good this weekend. We are all fine this weekend. Thank you. And Lustig, when today Manchester United is playing, and you're wearing the red hat, they are already leading 1-0. Looks like all African Voodoo priests support Manchester United.
No, me, I'm not a soccer fan, so I don't know. I'm wearing this one every day, whether Manchester is playing or Manchester is not playing. I wear my red hat. But if my red hat that I am wearing is supporting them, that's fine. But I wear my red hat every day, so it just happened that today you noticed it. Okay, and Most High said that we are all doing well. We thank God. We thank God for His mercies, and we thank God for your lives. I'm grateful. Then we have patience also. Is anything for us today? Like what? Patience also. Anything like what? I don't give a lot of numbers here, and I don't do readings on my my program. If you want to ask a question about African traditional spirituality, that's what I do here. I answer questions concerning our traditional spirituality. That's what we do. It's not like I'm giving a gift of sharing anything. Whatever people ask, I answer. Thank you. Is there any question there? No. Thank you to Patience Owusu. Okay, we'll wait.
you are, because it is the essay that is clothed in this body. So the essay is very, 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 very important in our everything. So you can say it is the focus point for everything as in Ewe Vodu. Before you can work with any other Voodoo, whether the shrines or the Voodoo entities, or even getting initiated into any Voodoo, it is your essay who actually determines what Voodoo you should get into, and it is your essay that brings the Voodoos that you are supposed to be connected with and be successful, especially what we call in Ewe Taji Voodoo. It is your essay or your destiny or your inner self, call it whatever you like, Atma, soul, whatever it is. The Ewes call it essay, because in Ewe cosmology there are three gods. The god Sobolisa, or Mau Sobolisa, people call it Eselisa, Mau Selisa or Sobolisa, and then Mau Kitikata or Mau Soblaje, as my area people will call it Mau Soblaje, and then Mau Ese. These are the three destinies, or these are the three gods in Ewe cosmology, and Ese is the one that becomes a human being and takes a form. So essay is very paramount and very, very important focus in Ewe Vodu. Unless, of course, those who do not know about essay, they don't know what to do. They will be trying and doing other things. But essay is very, very important in Ewe Vodu, because it's the base of everything, actually. Thank you. And then we have Borisa. No, Pages is saying, good evening, Papa. Hello, Pages. Thank you for joining. Good evening. We heard that Manchester, is it Manchester? And which one? We don't call the other team. They said Manchester is playing today. Maybe that's why we are not having the traffic coming in, because people may be watching soccer and betting to make money. But when like Manchester play, do people bet? People bet. Those who do soccer betting, and some people will win and some people will lose. Okay, so we don't have, so we are not late at all. It is just now that we are starting. Then Borisa Junior is a good day, Father. Hello, Borisa Junior. How are you? Thank you very much. Say, Borisa Junior wanted, please, I'm Latif. Will I get the job I'm seeking for? Okay, Latif, I don't know whether you will get the job you are seeking for or you will not get the job you are seeking for. Why don't I know? Because I don't know you. You don't know me. You have not done any consultation with me whereby I promise you that yes, you are going to get a job. But you see, our program is not that fake type of priest who come on social media and just say things without knowing and tell you, oh, you are going to get married next week, like what pastors are doing. We don't do those things here. If you do a consultation on whatever challenges that you are having, and then in this consultation the spirits are able to tell you what your problems are or what you should do to overcome them, then we are sure to tell you that this may happen or that may not happen. But just coming into my page without me knowing you, without you knowing me, without having any contact with me whatsoever, and then I tell you, oh yes, the job you apply for, you will get it, then I am deceiving you, because I'm trying to pretend as if I were God, which is a very wrong thing, and that's not what African traditional spirituality is about. We don't have miracles in our tradition, and because we don't use faith and belief to do our work. If you want to do something about your job being given to you or to get a job, there are things that are done in Ewe Vodu that will give you guidelines. But just coming onto my program and say, can I get married to this person? Will this? I don't know you, you don't know me. So if I tell you something today, without you knowing me, without me knowing you, when tomorrow what will show this man is a liar? I don't do those things here. Thank you very much for the question anyway. And then we have a page, Papa, please. What is the difference between Vodu and Ese? Okay. Yeah, pages. The word Vodu, you see, when it is in a Fon language, people call it Vodun. Because the Fon people, there's so much of their words that is spoken through the nose or nasal sound accompanying the word. That's why it becomes So when they say Vodun, it's the same thing we will call in our Ewe Vodu, no Vodun. But then that is how it is known, especially in the diaspora and in Haiti, people are calling Vodun. The word Vodu simply means spirit. Vodu means spirit in English language, and in Ewe language it's called Vodu, and then of course in Efo, which is close to Ewe or a part of Ewe people, or Ewe people are part of the four people or whatever, they will call it Vodu because of their pronunciation, which comes with nasal accent. That's why there's something we call that one automatically comes with a nasal accent, and simply means God or spirit. That's why you have somebody called Huno, Hunsi Konu. Is the Hun, which is the spirit of God, or the spirit of spirit is called Hun. So the word Vodu in our language simply means spirit, but Ese is regarded as your inner self or your spirit self. So you can say that Ese also is a Vodu, but then in Ewe we don't regard the Ese as Vodu, but we regard it as Mawu. When we say Mawu in Ewe, means we are talking about God. So the God that brought you into this world, that you are here today, before you decide to be a Christian, Muslim, traditionalist, Buddhist, and Hindu, that God is called Ese in our language. And it is the only God that when you are leaving the world will go with you. So that's what it is in Ewe. So Ese can be regarded as a spirit. Of course, it is a spirit, but it's not as regarded as a Vodu. But some people may choose to call it Vodu, but we call it Mawu. And then we have a Kobla Mochi. He said, please, where are you located? Kobla Mochi, we are in Accra, Ghana, on the Spinters Road. Thank you very much. And then we have Borisa Jr. saying, thanks you, Father. Hello, thank you, Borisa. Latif, thank you. Then we have Kobla Mochi say, is the Konu the same as Vodu Subo? Can you separate the Vodu Subo from a Dekonu? You cannot. Because the Dekonu, which is a culture of people, is the same thing. The culture, the spirituality of a people is in their culture. The spirituality of a group of people is inside their culture. So a Dekonu is the same as Vodu, because it is all coming from the same base. So if you are a Christian and you are trying to separate Dekonu from Vodu work or from spiritual work, then you are making a mistake, because in our culture we don't look at Vodu as an evil thing. So it is interwoven and intermingled with our culture, because in every aspect of the Ewe, there is Vodu. When they tell you that don't be whistling out at night, in every culture they tell children, whether they are church goers or they are Muslims, as long as they are Ewe, they will tell you that at night, don't be whistling. And why do they say so that you shouldn't be whistling at night? It's because it is believed that when you are whistling at night, you may attract dwarfs. Because we believe that dwarfs, they use whistling to communicate. So when you are whistling at night, which is usually the hour of the spirits, you may be attracting dwarf spirits, because they will think that it's one of their people who is calling them. That's why we are told. And whether you are a Christian or a Muslim or practicing anything, or you are a traditionalist, that's a common thing. And it is a ways of Voodoo. That's why we say Voodoo is not a religion, but it's a way of life of the Ewe people. There are so many things the Ewes will tell you that, okay, don't put food on the chair when you are eating food, don't put food on your seat. And people adhere to it, those who know. But it is a way of the Voodoo, because when you are putting your food on your seat and other people are sharing the seat with you, there is some kind of a sickness or spirit we call alopli. Then it is possible for that spirit of alopli to be able to attack you easily if you are eating food on your seat or your chair or on whatever people sit on. Because there's difference between table and seat. So Dekonu is the same as Voodoo. But whether you call it Subo or not, that one I don't know whether Voodoo is a Subo or this. Dekonu is a culture, and we adhere to it and we respect it, but I don't call it Subo. So Subo in this language is to worship. When you worship something, they call it Subo, so to worship. So our brother Kobla Mochi is asking whether Voodoo the culture is at the same as Voodoo worshipping. But the truth is that you cannot separate culture from the spirituality of the people, because the spirituality of the people is in their culture. You know, like today, a lot of people go to church and still they want to be chief. Some people are going to church, but they want to be chief because the stool is our ancestor's stool. I must be the chief on it. The person is going to church and wants to be a chief. But the people who make the chieftaincy stool were not Christians. And now you are going to church and you want to go to become a chief on the stool. You can become a chief of stool because it's your birthright. But once you become chief of the stool, you must follow the traditions of the stool. You don't have to say, oh no, me, I am a Christian, so I'll have to be going to church. If you are going to church, that's not the way the stool was made, and it will not be in favor of you or support you when times come. And the new elders we have now in our communities, most of them are stupid elders. You know, the new elders we have in our communities, most of them are very stupid. They were brought up from lactogene age. So instead of them knowing the real thing and following the real thing, they just talk anyhow. So we make a new chief, so let's take him to God. As if going to church, there is any God in the chapel or the temple or anywhere that we are taking our chief to go and see God. Who told them that the temple or the chapel that is built there is God inside there? But that's it. The elders are thinking like that. That's why when a chief is put on a stool, so we are taking him to church. To do what? Was the Bible used to make the stool before people will say they are going to the church? Have you ever seen the Jews going to church? So that is Kobla Mochi who asked that question, and I was elaborating. And Kobla Mochi was saying that thanks so much for the explanation. You are very much welcome. Then Paige say, Papa, after reading, how many days did I take to bring your items for your... How many days did it take to bring your items for your problem. Pages, when you do a reading, in the reading they will stipulate the time and say that, okay, within this number of days, you should do your necessary vosa, which in English language we will call it rituals, but in our language we call it vosa. It is not amounted to rituals, but the closest English word we can use is rituals. We call it vosa or sacrifice. And when they say sacrifice, it's like you don't have the money, you don't have the resources, but you have to do this thing out of pain in order to be able to overcome the challenges you are having. That another word for it in English language will be penance. Trying to do something to pay or to atone for another thing, to be relief of a problem. So when you do a reading, the actual time that you are supposed to do your vosa should be within the 17 days of the reading, or from the day of reading, 17 days. But then sometimes resources are very, very limited and people cannot do that. So it is accepted anytime that you yourself you are ready to come and do your vosa, you can. So the time is 17 days, but if you are not able to gather items and resources to be able to do it within the 17 days, you can do it anytime. But if you can do it within the 17 days, the best. And then we have a Woody. Woody the assassin. Say, hello, do you have an initiation process for someone who wants to practice? Yes, we do initiation for people. We have just finished one about 2 weeks ago. We just finished some initiation for some students 2 weeks ago. We have different types of initiation at our shrine or at our temple. It is the one that you want, and if you have the resources to get into it, and the Vodus accept that you can get initiated, then of course we can do the initiation for you. So we do have. Then we have Nana Ajay Filan. Woody the assassin shared the live video. Thank you very much, Woody. We are very grateful. Then we have Nana Ajay Filan. Said, may my great daddy, may you live long to teach us our cultures. Thank you very much, Nana Ajay. I'm very grateful. Thank you. And then Mr. Frank is saying hi. Hello, Frank. How are you? So the Frank. Okay, thank you. Then we have Woody the assassin. Can I please schedule a meeting with you? Yes, of course. You can schedule a meeting with us if you want to do. Want to ask questions. Go into our profile, and then you get our number. Make a call, or send a video, or send a WhatsApp, and we will respond to you. So thank you very much. I put it on YouTube. I think we have Sila. Hello, Sila Ameji, my daughter-in-law there. Thank you very much, Sila. How are you, and how is Princess Fanyu? I hope you are both very well. Thank you for joining the section today. We are grateful. And Sila was saying, taking the chief to see God. Yeah, of course, that's what our people say. When they install a chief finish, they say they are taking him to go and see God, as if God lives inside the chapel. You know, sometimes I wonder what kind of elders we have today. You think that time my grandfather was alive and they would make chief finish, and then they say they are sending him to see God in church.
The man who stand there in the church, and is he worthy of the presence of God himself? The man who stand there in the church who call himself pastor or whatever, are they really worthy of standing in front of God? Then you make chief, do all the traditional things, and then some people say, oh, let's take him to church because you want to see God. You should go and see God, or God should see him. It's a pity. But then, that's the kind of elders we have now. They don't know where they belong. There's somebody up there, it's a Franco. Oh, you have some questions up there. Okay. Is it Frank? Okay. After Lustig, there's Charles Graham. Okay, let's answer Lustig first. Lustig, Papa, the question for today is, if you put F sun in a container and pour libation on it, will it work or be accepted? It will be. So, Lustig, you see, look. This is how I am praying because I'm inside the room. So I pour sand into this bowl, and when I sit here, I pray with it. This bowl, I pray with it, or I pray on it. It is accepted. Why not? That's what I've been teaching. That we are getting to a point where a lot of things are getting difficult, whereby you may be living on the 10th floor and you don't have any sand there. You have to fetch a sand in a bowl so that when you pour the liquid, the F can absorb the liquid, or the sand in the bowl can absorb the liquid, so it will not be just liquid, because that's it. But if you don't have any bowl and you pour drinks on the floor, it will still be accepted. But the problem is that you may forget and pass there, and you sleep in it and fall down, and somebody will say, because you are not going to church, you are worshiping your ancestors, that's why you fell down. You know, people are always looking for excuses. The people who do not like reality, they are always finding ways to discourage you from going. So find a bowl like this one, put sand in it, and then pray onto it. It will be accepted by your ancestors and by Ewe Vodu, and by all means. Then we have our brother Charles Graham saying, "Good afternoon, Toby. Hope you are well. My late grandfather once said, they swallow Atakwe in order for them to survive the Second World War in Burma. Please, what is Atakwe in Ewe Vodu? Thanks." Okay. Then your grandfather was with my uncle in Burma, because my uncle, my father's junior brother, also went to Burma during the Second World War. They were taken from Ghana and to Sierra Leone. From Sierra Leone, they were sent to, it was all British. They took them to Burma, which is today called Myanmar, and they fought in that war that was not their war, and but they survived and came back. Atakwe is a seed of power that when you are being introduced to a particular spirit, is given to you with the spirit's incantation. That's what initiation is all about. It is the swallowing of the Atakwe is what is the initiation. So each Vodu into which you will be introduced or initiated, they have to give you the Atakwe with the incantation of the Vodu, prayed upon the Atakwe by empowering the Atakwe with the incantation of the Vodu. When you swallow, that particular Vodu will now connect with you. It's just like having a cell phone and putting a SIM card in it.
The SIM card is like the atakwi. And when you put the SIM card into the device, now the device is now activated with whatever network that SIM card belongs to. So when you put the SIM card inside a device, the network will be connected to your device. So our ancestors, the atakwi, or the seeds of power, or some people call it paradise seeds, are the ones that when it is empowered, and it's like how you put a data, using a data machine to put a data on a chip. All the information of your information, your network is all on that small little chip. And when it is slotted into a machine, then that machine will now open it up and be able to read it. So the atakwi, just like how machines that create chips work and putting power inside the chip and putting all information inside the chip, like in computer, the same way the power, words of power will be said on the atakwi. So now that atakwi, that the power of words of power or incantation is prayed on them, is given to you to swallow. So all the power that has been poured onto the atakwi in the form of incantation will now come into you and connect you with the deity or the spirit or the voodoo, wherever they may be in the universe. Yeah. So atakwi is the seed of power that is given to you when you are being introduced or initiated into a voodoo or into anything that is spiritual in our Ewe culture. Thank you, Graham, for that question. And then we have a Fino. A comment? Fino, a comment. This is my first time watching you. Thank you. You are very much welcome, Fino, a comment. You are very much welcome here. And then we have a Lustig is saying, Papa, does some of the spirits come on social media to comment, to test you, or what? Spirits cannot come on social media and comment. Spirits are not physical beings. They are bodiless beings. So no spirit can come on social media to comment and to test people. I don't think so. I've been doing this work for so long. I'm not a cheap and I'm not an easy spiritualist that people, spirit can come and say that. No spirit can come and do any physical work. That's why human beings do physical work on behalf of spirits. That's why we represent them and they represent us in the spirit world. That's what it is. They give us guidance on what to do, and we also tell them what we want them to do for us. This is the relationship between a spiritualist and a spirit. But a spirit coming on a social media to comment, what kind of form is he going to take before he is going to comment? Do they have computer before they are typing and commenting? It is never possible. If somebody tells you that a spirit is coming to write something on the wall, or a spirit is coming to do something, it's a lie. It doesn't happen that way. A spirit can talk to your mind and tell you what to do, but the spirit cannot come and speak in human voice, nor can a spirit go and write anything like a letter or type anything on the social media. It is never possible. Once someone starts telling you that that is a spirit that has written this, has done that, then you know you are being scammed. So be careful and be aware. So no spirit can come and test anyone. Then, because how can you ask someone you have not consulted if you will get a job you are seeking for or not? I still can't understand. Yes, you are very right in this thing, because that is where people do not know what question they are asking. They actually wanted to ask a question, but they don't know how to put it or present it. That's why they ask, because they have probably been scammed or been deceived by all these social media gurus who are always there to tell people what people they have never seen or known before, and tell them, oh, I can see that there's money coming into your bank account. So then you see everybody say, I receive it. You see, it's stupidity. Well, spirituality is real, but then of course there are people who are also stupid. So we should just accept them as they are. God did not make everybody to be clever. Thank you. Africa Magic. Is there any question there? Okay, we are on YouTube now, and we have our brother Timmy Nyambe from Zambia. I say, greetings, Papa, and the AMT family. Long time watching you live from Zambia. Looking good as always. Thank you very much, my brother Timmy. How are you, and how is the family? I hope you are all fine. My regards to everybody, and have a very successful week this week. And then we have our Bokor Shamba Musa Mohammed. Say, good afternoon, Papa. Thank you for all your great teachings. Thank you too, Shamba. I'm very happy and glad that you have arrived safely back in your home. And I pray and hope and I wish that all the things you have learned, you will use them and make a good thing out of it for yourself and for the people who depend on you and for the greater good of humanity. That is what is our work. Our duty in this world is to make the world a better place. Thank you very much. My regards to your mother, your father, and the whole family. I'm grateful. And then we have a Timmy Nyambe. Say, Papa, if putting food on the chair while eating, then there are a lot of things we must be doing wrong. Yes, we must. Yes, that we must be doing wrong. Yes, of course. In Ewe culture, I don't know in other cultures, but in Ewe culture, it is a taboo to put food on your chair, especially on a bench, which people usually sit on a bench and sit down, open their legs, and put the food on the bench and start eating. We don't do it in our Ewe culture because you open the doors for a lot of sicknesses to attack you and spirits to attack you. No, we don't do it, but a lot of people do without even knowing because one, maybe they were not told. Two, maybe because they feel that, oh, they are now going to church and it doesn't matter because the church God is so big, it can prevent or protect them from anything of our culture, which is a lie. There is no big God inside the church because if God is so big in the church, people will not be afraid of voodoo. The moment you see people are afraid of even small cowries or anything, then the God that they say they are talking about that is so big. If your God is so big, why afraid of little God? Have you seen a soldier man who is a very well trained soldier man being afraid of policeman before? No. Because the training of police is different from the training of military men. So, police are trained to take care of domestic affairs, and soldiers are trained to take care of the whole country and any foreign invasion or attack. So they know how to take care of domestic as well as take care of an external aggression towards their country. So, if you see a policeman and then a soldier is afraid of policeman, then that means the soldier is not a real soldier. So when people say that they have a very mighty God and my God is so powerful, and at the same time they are afraid of small things they call juju, sometimes I wonder how. If your God is so big, what are you afraid of? If your God is so powerful and can protect you from everything, then what are you afraid of? Yeah, you'll be careful, you'll be cautious, but you don't have to be afraid because you know there's an energy behind you that can, an invisible energy that is always around you that can protect and defend you in times of danger. But then if you are not sure of that God, that's why you are always afraid of little things. Then we have Timi Nyambeze, Papa, what are the common examples of those things we should avoid doing in our day-to-day life. Timmy, there are so many of them. It's not just one single one. There are so many of them, and until I come to them, like I was saying earlier, that we don't whistle at night. You don't eat on a seat or a chair. You don't sleep with a woman inside a bathroom, and you don't sleep with a woman or man on a bare floor without mat or anything. You are not supposed to sleep with a woman in the farm. There are so many other little things that it's a common day. It's a common thing in daily life that we kind of avoid, or we take for granted that it is there, and we are just following without knowing why we are following it. And some people feel that they don't need to follow it. Yeah, that's fine. But then there are so many little things I cannot remember all. It is maybe when it is happening before I'll be able to tell, oh, this is not good. The TikTok is off there. They have been sending this in. Why have they been doing that? Why have they been doing that?
It's a verification.
But how many times will they verify? Or we take too long to do it on this thing? That's why. Maybe we are doing live and
I think it's a new
application.
for their end to maybe to this spam, like some people might be doing.
Okay. So they are trying to do. So Timmy, there are so many things that we do every day. The camera.
It's on.
Okay. So there are things we do every day in our daily life. Some we take it for granted, but in every culture, it is like from childhood, you are being advised against this kind of things, but because of modern day Christianity. When I say modern day Christianity, because during our father's time too, there was Christianity, but then it was a little bit mild and was following nature's rule. But today's Christianity has changed a different form, and they make people to think as if tomorrow the world is going to end, and if you don't get rich today, your time has passed. So a lot of young people and women are in a hurry to get rich, and then to get rich you have to bribe God by giving some money to God, then God will allow you to get rich. That's today's Christianity. In our fathers and our mothers their time, it wasn't like this. Everything was that's natural. So that is it. Then we have Bokor Nuku Ameibo. Say, good afternoon, Papa. Please, I heard if you are drinking palm wine or some other drinks and it accidentally spills, it can mean a spirit is taking part of the drink. Yes, that's also true. Sometimes when you take a morsel of food and you are about to eat it and then it just fell out of your hand. In every culture, it is believed that maybe your ancestors, they wanted you to feed them, and that's why the food fell out of your hand, so you don't need to take that food from the floor. Some people even make it a choice that before they take the first food into their mouth, the first morsel they will take, they will drop it on the ground for their ancestors. That's how some people feel like they are feeding their ancestors. And also it is with drink. When you take a drink and you are about to drink in all of a sudden you don't know, by mistake the drink spill off. Yes, it is believed that some spirit or some ancestors have taken the drink from you. So yes, that is true. So Bokor Nuku, yes, it is true that sometimes these things happen like that. Then we have RRR, who hasn't been here for a long time, saying, hello, Papa. Please explain the concept of selling someone to the spirit or selling someone to Zoka for bad reasons. I don't know how people will sell someone to a spirit or sell someone to a joker for bad reasons. But they see in the Ewe, the spirituality of Voodoo, it's a very practical way of approaching the divine or approaching nature. In Ewe Vodu, you can use the same Voodoo to help people to change their situations when they are in a difficulty. For instance, someone has fallen into trouble in America, and you as a Voodoo practitioner and who actually know your work very well, and they called you up and say, oh please, this person is in trouble in the US, and let's say that has fallen inside the trouble of the police or the legal case, and they ask you if you can help, and if you say yes, then you must know what to do to help. And the help should not be an imagination to say it will happen when you die. No, it must be now and now. So a situation like that, a person who understands the uses of herbs and the use of nature, there are certain herbs they will put together, and by talking to the herbs and making some incantations, telling the herbs that this thing is happening and we want you to go, because actually Vodus are God. That's why we herbs are the Vodus. It is the combination of herbs that form Voodoo, and that's why the Ewe say ama enye ehu, means herbs are God. Ama enye ehu. Ama means herb, and Ehu means God. So it is herbs that form God, or herbs that form Voodoo. So by putting those herbs together, you will be able to change the situation of a person who either is inside prison, is in a lockup, or having a legal case. So you can apply it. That is Voodoo. It can also be Joker. See, there are a lot of time people think Joker and Voodoo are, that's big difference between them. There's not very much difference between Joker and Voodoo. Voodoo is Voodoo because they are calling it Voodoo, and they have set up something, that's why they're calling it Voodoo. But Joker is just words of power that you can just say it from your mouth, and then things happen in nature. So there's not much difference between Joker and Voodoo as such. A lot of time people say, oh, Joker is bad, why Voodoo is good. It is not true. They are all the same thing. It is depending on the person who is using it. So when you are able to do something, use some incantation to change the situation of people, then of course it is for the good of people. Of course, there are the same incantation can also be used to do bad thing to somebody far away, or to hurt somebody, or to harm another person. And this part, someone will say it is not good. But you know, to do good and to do bad, it is the discretion of the person who is holding the gun or holding the knife. The knife has no enemy of its own. The gun has no enemy of its own. It is the wielder, the person who wields the gun or the knife, is the one who should be considered an enemy or whatever. So Joker is not a bad thing, and Voodoo is not a bad thing. But whoever is practicing it is the one you can choose to call a bad person or a good person. So the practitioner is one who determines what power they have, whether to use it for good or for use it for bad. And it is the practitioner that should be held responsible for whatever happens. So it is not the Joker, or it is not the Voodoo. So it is not like people are selling others. People can choose to harm you due to whatever relationship they have, or feelings or emotions they have towards you. Somebody can be with you today, you'll be drinking and eating together. You may even be sleeping in the same bed and sleeping in the same room. But that same very person who had been drinking and smiling with you may get angry with you due to one or two reasons, and one now wants you dead or want to destroy you. It happens a lot. That's why we all have to be on our guard. So such a person who decide to harm you may try to use voodoo or use joker to harm you, because they are no more happy with you in one way or the other. So it is their choice, their decision. It is not the voodoo or it is not the joker that is bad. It is the person who is deciding to use it who will be held responsible. So people who have been saying joker is bad, voodoo is good, and all the herbs are better, they don't know what they are talking about. But the truth about it is that it is the person who is using it is the one who should be held responsible for whichever action. Because gun has no, they've not taken any action by themselves. Knives have not taken any action by themselves. So that should also apply to voodoo and joker. They have not taken any action by themselves. It's the people who handles them are the ones who take these actions. So they can use it to harm you as well as use it to help your life. That's what the truth of nature is. And then Sunshine say, "Hi Papa, good afternoon. What is the importance of facing east in voodoo practice?" Because usually we believe and also have a knowledge that the sun, like your name, Sunshine, sunshine brings life. Because when the sun rises, it brings warmth into the lives of people, into the life of the universe. And the plants use the sunlight to make food through photosynthesis, and they make their own food. And this food that the plants make, then they grow well, and we human beings also go and get food from the plants. And animals also get food from the plants, and sometimes we eat the animal and we get life for ourselves. So the sun's rays, or the sunrise that is the east, it is said to be the beginning of life daily, because without the sun, so many things will not be growing, and a lot of things will not be alive. So in Ewe Vodu, facing the east, where the sun rises from, just like in Islam and in most religion, is because the sun brings life. This is the reason why we face that direction, so that we can draw a lot of life energy from the sun, or the direction of the sun. That's why. And then we have RRC, triple RC Papa. Have you have a good memory? Why? Thank you very much, RRR. Yes, I have seen you. I know you haven't been here for a while, so yeah, I don't know whether it's a memory matter, but yes, thank you. And then we have RR said also, Papa, when will the cowries be ready? Oh, RRR, see the cowries, it is you who will order them that, okay, make a cowrie for me. We have made some down, and we're still in the process of making some, but these ones that have been made are for people who had requested for a cowrie to be made for them. So it is you who will make a request that, oh, I need cowries to be made for me, and then we will tell you that, okay, when we make cowries for people for reading or basic reading, this is the process, and this is how things we need from you, and this is how much we will take to do it. The ones that we have made some have been sent away, and they belong to people. And yes, that's what it is. And I know people are using it and getting the benefits of them. Thank you very much. And our brother Timi Nyambe in Zambia said, Papa, how true is it that same use voodoo practice 10 people into zombies who can only be seen by them, and turn those zombies into their works. Okay, these zombie practices in voodoo is mainly in the diaspora, and especially in the Haitian voodoo. In Ewe Vodu, we don't have zombies. We don't have zombies in Ewe Vodu because the word zombie is not our language, so we don't have zombies in Ewe Vodu. But it is in Haitian Voodoo that zombies came. And the Haitian Voodoo is a combination of different other African traditional spirituality that has come into one pot, or like a hodgepodge in Haiti, where every other African and even Arabic and Chinese and all these things, their traditional spiritualities have found a way to be called Voodoo. So there are so many things that are done in Haitian Voodoo which is not done in Ewe Voodoo in West Africa. Of course, the word Voodoo came from our Ewe and Four people before the transatlantic trade. We were doing Voodoo, and that's what we still do. So some of our people who were taken against their will and sent into the Caribbean or to the mainland, and later driven away from the mainland to the islands, still carry their practices with them. But they came in contact with different other cultures from Africa and other parts, and they all live in one place. And over time, 500 years, of course, there will be so much adulteration, and because the name Voodoo still remain, so people call everything Voodoo. Zombie practices is not part of Ewe Voodoo, and I don't know how true that is because I've not really seen one. I have read stories and people have spoken or said stories about them, but in Ewe Voodoo we don't have zombie practices, so I cannot talk very much about what I don't know. Thank you very much, Tivina. I think that's the last one. Okay, Lustic is saying, Feno Ekomi, welcome. You will love this section, I promise. Thank you very much, Lustic. Thank you very much for that. And then Lustic went on to say, Papa, as we as humans sometimes have bad mood and emotion, is there anything to do? Please move it, let me see this. Is there anything to do spiritually when you are in bad mood or having a bad day? We, as you said, we are humans. We are not spirits and we are not gods. And naturally we have emotions and things will happen to us in our daily life. What you can do if you are having a very bad mood is try to cheer up. Try looking for something that will make you happy. Look for anything that makes you happy. Because even though we are human beings and we have emotions, there are certain things that make you happy. So when you see that you are in your bad mood, it is advisable that you look for an escape way to do the things that makes you happy. Yes, it is not easy because we are human beings we surely will have bad days and bad moods and bad feelings and emotions. That is natural. There's nothing wrong with it. But don't let that emotion be with you for too long, whereby your inner self will accept it and start to work with it, and then it become a permanent part of your life. So even though you may be angry, you may be sad, you may be all kind of bad emotions, when you are in that mood, trying to find something to do to make yourself happy. Or you can choose to travel and go away. I personally, when I am in a very bad mood, what I do usually is just I stay at home or stay in my room. I lock the door and sleep, so that I can not be I should not be thinking about the same problem for so long. So I just sleep. That's what I do, and take care of myself. When I used to drink alcohol, maybe I would drink some good alcohol and just go to sleep. But these days that I don't take alcohol, I think I will just go and sleep, read a book or watch a movie, and then I go to sleep, or find some good food to eat. But in my case, when I am not in a good mood, when I eat food, it poisons my body. So when I'm not in a good mood, I don't usually eat food. I would rather sleep and then sleep it off. Yeah, that's it. Find something that will make you happy. And then we have our in-law, the Sila Amejise Papa. Good afternoon. Princess and I are fine because of your prayers. Thank you very much. I'm happy to hear that. Hope you are fine too, and everyone else. Please, is it true that when you dream you are cooking banku, and the banku, cooking banku, please get it has moved up. You are cooking banku and the banku stick broke while cooking. Is it a bad luck? Thanks. Yeah, I don't know about this kind of dream, but it sounds like a bad luck, because you know the banku stick, akpledachi, as we call it in our Ewe language. Akpledachi. Akple is banku, or akple is like corn meal. Yeah, and it's our staple food in our culture. And if you are cooking it, the stick is very, very important. That stick, akpledachi, or the banku stick, I think it's called bankuta in Akan. Is it bankuta or bankute? The akpledachi. The driver says steer. Akple driver steer. Bankuta. So akpledachi is a very, very powerful stick or tool, cooking tool in our culture. In the olden days, when there is war or there's a serious situation, I haven't seen very much, that women in our community usually will use their women's leon that they wear as a pant in the olden days. They tie it to the akpledachi and they go leading the front, and the women will be behind them, especially at times of war. And those people, the enemies of the community, when they see women holding that stick, means they have to be afraid, because everybody eats akple or everybody eats banku. So when the thing that they use in cooking the banku, and you see a danger, especially like a woman's panties tied to it, you yourself, you'll be afraid, because you will know that next time they cook akple for you somewhere you ate, something bad will happen to you. So women used to lead the war, while men will come behind the women with guns. That's what I've heard, because I've not really witnessed any war in my community. There were some, but I was not at home. So that's what happened. So it's a very important tool which gives food and brings life, because food brings life. So if you are using it and you are cooking in your dream and it broke, that means something that brings food or important in your life, there's going to be a breakage in that. That is how I can understand it. But then if you want to know more about it, to understand deeper, I will advise that you do a reading on that particular thing, and then that particular dream, to be able to be sure what exactly it signifies. But from my layman's point of view, understanding, because it is a very good tool for cooking and for giving life. If it is broken, means there's going to be a breakage, or there's a breakage in something. Because our dreams are actually telling us the things that will happen in the future. So it is good to quickly do a reading, consultation, to find out what exactly that is meaning, so that you can block it and stop it before it materializes on the physical plane. But then there is also a secret in Ewe culture, whether you call it Voodoo culture or not a Voodoo culture. It is a secret that helps people. If you have such dreams that are scary dreams, or nightmares, or dreams that scares you and you don't understand, the first thing you do is, when you wake up, without speaking to any human being, you walk to the toilet. In the olden days, they have this pit toilet. People go to that pit toilet and speak to the toilet and spit into it and say that, may this dream never come on the physical plane. It should remain in the dream world. But today, since we don't have pit toilets and we have water closets, they are equally toilet. So you go to the toilet and narrate the whole dream to the toilet, and ask the toilet that if this dream is a bad dream, that is something that is about to happen, you have given it to the toilet, because it's the one that takes all our bad things away. So the toilet bowl that you speak into, tell it to take it away, spit into the toilet, and then flush it. So your words that you have spoken in the toilet or at the toilet, you flush it to take it away, so that it should not come into the physical plane. It should remain in the spirit world. That's a very good thing. And if you continue practicing like that, you will see that most of the dreams that are scary, or you don't understand, when you do such things, the thing will not materialize on the physical plane. No, the whole world is a vibration, and we are living in it. And things that are yet to come sometimes comes in our dreams. And if they are not pleasant to us, then we should flush them away before they materialize. Thank you very much, Stella. I'm grateful. And then go up. Then we have Nana Hima Dodu, following and learning. Hello, Nana Hima. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the session. I'm grateful. I hope you are fine. And then we have Lustic Lucy. Say, Papa, it's been a long time since we hear from Sister Oluchi. So, also okay. Have you been hearing from her? Is everything okay with her? Just asking. Yes, Lustic, it's very true that it's been a long time since Oluchi Osuwoke has joined us. Yes, I heard from her last time that she came to Nigeria. She lost her father, and she came to, I think she even came to Nigeria before the father died. And after she went back to France, we communicated a few times, and for some time I haven't really heard from her. Yeah, once in a while I see her in Instagram, and and I think Instagram and TikTok. Yes, so I believe she's okay. Thank you very much, Lustig, for that. I'm sure maybe someone will alert her that you asked or we thought about her. Thank you very much. And then we have Lustig. Lustig say, Papa, when will Senna come and chair the session like Shamba did the last time? Okay, Senna is now based in China. He works for a company that works between Africa governments and Chinese government. He works for a company like that. But currently, he's gone to Japan. A few weeks ago, he traveled to Japan to see the mother and to see the junior brother, Pele. So he probably, if he is not tired, he may be watching us now, and he will also read what you have written. And anytime that Senna comes back to Ghana, he will be here to chair and also feature on the section. Thank you very much, Lustig. Thank you very much. And then Lustig is a Papa. And also, when you pour libation in the container and want to discard it, can you do so safely and later get more sun in the container, or you can't just throw it away? Okay, Lustig, what I do is that I have a container like this and I can pray into it for years. I will pray into this container for many years, and unless, of course, if I am moving from my location to another location and I feel that carrying this sun will be a burden, then I will throw it away. And when I get to the new location, I may fetch sun and pour into it. Otherwise, this can be with you for for many years. You don't have any problem with it. But if you want to discard it, it is safe to do. There's nothing, no consequences, because it's your place you pray, and if you want to move away from your place of prayer, you can always move it away. You can throw it away safely without thinking about it, that anything bad will happen to you. Your ancestors are actually living within you, because their DNA is what is running in your system. So your ancestors are not very far away from you. So even though physically we are pouring libation on the sun and calling them, we are actually talking to ourselves and talking to our ancestors that are within us. You know, the human mind is such that it likes to associate with physical objects to be able to remember and also to do the right thing. That's why certain things are created in order to let your mind associate with what you are thinking about. So people who have developed and reached the stage that they don't need to pour libation directly, maybe they are there, they can talk to their ancestors and get answers quickly. But those of us who are still in the beginning, we will go through the same normal way as our ancestors did. Please put the air conditioner off a little bit. Yeah, thank you. So, Lustig, you can throw it away without any consequences and without any worry. Thank you very much for the question. And then let's go on to TikTok. I think we need to buy another computer. That other one, we cannot fix it.
It's not the.
You can't find it easily. It's a new computer. It's okay. That's happened. You can complain about it and you can lament over it, because that's what wants to happen. If you lament over it or not, it has happened. What can you do? That's life. What you cannot fix, just forget it and move forward. If you can fix it, you fix it. Okay, then we have pages. Okay, these are all questions. Okay, you leave it there. Let me see. Okay, we have Woody, the assassin, say thank you so much for answering. And then we have Tasha Zimba. Say, what if you don't follow up after a reading? That's your problem. Whether you like to follow up or you don't want to follow up, it is your own problem, or as we will say it in our local language, it is your palaver. It is you who do a reading to find out from the spirit world what is happening to you or what is happening in your life that you cannot know physically. And the spirit world is able to reveal them to you. Because by the revelation, you yourself, you know what the spirit world is saying is true. And if the spirit world give you a guidance and directive that you should follow to overcome the challenges and you choose not to, that's your problem. It's not the problem of the priest. It's not the problem of the spirit. It's you and it's your problem alone. That's up to you. That's why at our shrine, when we do a reading for you, we don't continue chasing you that will come and do the ritual, come and do the ritual. No, it's not our problem. We are merely teachers. We are just seers. We are just priests who are able to know what is happening in your life and explain it to you. Whether you come back to do your rituals or vosa, it is your problem. Because after all, if the things are happening, it is you that will happen to, not me. So why do I worry? And I cannot put pressure on you, so come and do it, come and do it. No, I don't have time for that. And then Tusha Zimba says a good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Tusha. Or Tasha Zimba. Then we have somebody with the name Example. So please, may I know the serious services you provide at your shrine? Our services are, we do divination and we follow up on the direction of whatever divination, what the spirit world says. That's the work we do. Where we do divination or reading for you, we will do reading for you if you ask us to. And if you want us to follow up on the directives of the spirit world to bring the solution to the issue you are having, we will do. That's the work we do. And then we have pages. The pages is a play. Papa, please, if you are outside Ghana, will they call when it's time for a reading or after a reading? At our shrine, what we do is, when you are outside Ghana and you are not physically present, when you send money to us for a reading, we will call you and ask you to follow the directions that we will give you before the reading. When the reading is done, we cannot be on the phone line with you while we are doing the reading, because we don't know how long or how short your reading will be. Some people's reading takes a long time to accomplish. Others, their reading takes only a few minutes and it is done. It is not us who decide how long a reading should be. It is what you spoke on your money, and whatever the spirit world sees is what we will break down for you. So sometimes people will say, the money I paid, the reading was very short. It is not us who determine how long a reading should be. And it is not you who will tell the spirit world how long the reading should be. The spirit world will just tell you what they have seen and what you should do. It may be a long conversation with the spirit world. It may be a short conversation with the spirit world, depending on what the spirit world sees. So we, as a shrine, we do not determine the time frame of your reading. And when we do the reading and the oracle comes back, we will now tell you what we have seen, whatever the oracle has seen, because the oracle comes in a coded form. We will decode that, because even if you are here with us, you cannot understand the code. So we will have to decode the code. We have to decode the oracle's words and then present it to you in a basic language that you can understand. After we present it to you, we may present it through either an audio, or we may call you and tell you that this is what we have seen, and tell you from point to point until it to the end. Or we may record them on WhatsApp audio for you to listen. And then after that, you can now, after listening, you can now call and ask questions that you want to ask in order to understand it better or further. That's how we do a reading at the shrine. We don't always do a reading by putting a WhatsApp, and it's because when we do that way, sometimes it distracts us, it distracts our attention from what we want to do, because we want to do the reading finish before you ask questions. But on most cases, when people are on WhatsApp, when you start talking about something, they bring some story inside. We don't want to listen to your story until our oracle is able to find out what they found out. Then we ask you, what did you speak on your money? And if what we have found out and what you have spoken on the money is corresponds, then you know that we have seen your problem. And then the direction that we are giving you, you will know that the direction is right as well. So we may not do it directly live to live, but whatever we will see will be perfect for whatever you are doing the reading for. So we will send you audio, and then you will let us know what you have spoken on your money. And then sometimes also we can have a telephone conversation through WhatsApp to ask questions. Thank you, Pages. Then we have the Tasha again. Tasha Zimba is saying, my internet is oscillating. Would you accept to see, will you accept to save this session? It will be appreciated. Tasha Zimba, all our programs are already saved automatically on YouTube. So you can always go back to them. Our sections are automatically saved on the YouTube, so you can always go back onto the YouTube. I don't think that's TikTok also save it. No, TikTok doesn't save our this embed. YouTube saves everything that we are teaching. So when you're going to go to YouTube and African Magic Temple,